Charlotte, and this is old Charlotte, the 2008 version of Charlotte, which is going to get deleted during week 13 and will no longer be here after this season, which is very, very sad. This has been on the service pretty much since the beginning, and I've always known it, and I've always enjoyed racing here with the yellow walls, very iconic. But this is no longer going to be part of the sim, which is very sad. So we're here for a hosted race. Nick is hosting a farewell race, and I'm just showing the wall hit there so we don't have another one in the race. But it's 167 laps, 250 miles, which is going to be a very long one here. There are no lucky dogs or wave arounds. Just like the old school, what they did in real life with these cars. So we are going to try very, very hard in the race to not go a lap down, because it will be virtually impossible to get it back. It's going to be difficult. So we're just going to try and maintain. It would be about the length of a NIS race. Not the full Coke 600, of course, but the half-distance version. When they run the 500-mile race, or they used to run the 500-mile race on the oval. I wish they'll go back to that eventually, because the racing is pretty good with the next gen here. And wow, it's not turning. Track temp probably went up. We were practicing in like 8 a.m. and now it's 10:30, so that makes sense. No qualify to get in or anything, but I would like to start as far up as I can to not risk going a lap down. 31.9 is not great, but it puts me P8 at the moment. I think the track temp really went up if I'm P8 with a 31.9. Yeah, 31.8's still up top. Nick Martin's got the pole right now. I ran a 31.7 in practice, and that put me like 10th or something. And this lap we know is not going to be any better, because it takes only one lap for the tires to fall off with these. But let's go ahead and practice a green flag pit stop. It's not super difficult, honestly, with these here. And we may need one. And Nick is saying track temp is going to be very hot at the start of the race. So be prepared for that. Lack of grip. See if we can have a bounce up or bounce back. Oh, didn't get to practice a green flag stop. We got a 5-minute warm up though, so we will do it there. See if we can have a bounce back finish after my poor performance at Indianapolis. Not good. Ended up self-spinning. But it happens. And this is a much, much longer race. No reason at any point in the first 100 laps, really, to push or put yourself in a position that could endanger your car or anyone else around you. So we're just going to be nice and careful, take care of the tires. We got 5 sets of tires, which I think should be plenty. We'll just have to see. The track temp's going to go down as the race progresses, but it's going to start off very hot. How did I get an unsafe pit exit? I don't know how I got an unsafe pit exit, but we'll go around and pit next time, or we're going to self-spin. Yikes. Alright. It's going to be hot. Well, it's 12:30 now. Probably not the hardest part of the day.
Was alright.
I'm pitting here. Wasn't sure if I was muted or not. Oh gosh. Couldn't hold the bottom. But even that's not too bad.
Pit boxing 10 5
Even blowing the corner
2 1.
doesn't get me into too bad
Right
trouble.
here.
That countdown was way off, Mr. Crew Chief.
Alex, I'm pitting in here.
Let's see what the track temp says. 131. That is very, very hot for Charlotte. 131. And the air temp's only 86. That's crazy. So, we're going to have to hang on to that. We're going to have to make sure we don't self-spin. Looks like we're going to be starting up in 10th. With our qualifying effort, we out-qualify Nick. Daniel up top with the pole just takes it away from Nick Martin. He gets into the 0.7 bracket.
Sitting in.
Alan out-qualifies us. Billy, Warren, Mark. Rick with a really good qualifying. He's starting up in 4th. Great job to him. And then Zach in the number 11 there. Starting on the inside, 2nd row. Pretty good turnout here. Should be a fun race. Hopefully it's not
slick.
a caution fest.
My bad right there.
Please say over voice. What does he want us to say over voice? 2-hour time on the race. Oh. Nick's saying there's a 2-hour time limit on the race, and if we get a bunch of cautions, we could end up getting close to that, so we want to try and keep it clean here.
Yeah, so Daniel doesn't go to sleep too late.
Yeah. Yeah, 167 laps, we could easily hit 2 hours with cautions. Easily. So let's try and keep it green for as long as we can. People were saying move the brake bias up to 58. I might do that there. Let's do 56 because I'm not actually using that much brake, and it's mostly out of the corner. I'm struggling, so we will monitor that as we go. Of course, I said that at Indy, I think, and then look what happened. But oh well. Racing this on a Sunday night. I may do the official series tomorrow, Monday night. We'll see, or I may do something else. I think it's week 12, isn't it? Last week of the season, so I may do a different series since we're already doing this race in the 87s. Who knows? Let's just wait and see. Apparently, Matthias is the most exciting, sitting on pit road there. Who's out running? Jake and Matt. Christopher, Chad, good to see all these guys here. Should be a fun race. Oh, even Daniel Shell's in here, nice. Hadn't seen him until just now. Billy's got a good looking car as always. So let's have a fun race. Let's be smart. Manage the tires. Keep it out of the wall.
And my goal is to not be called an idiot on the first time I'm out here with y'all.
Hopefully not do something to be called an idiot for. We could have been called an idiot at Indy for that stupid maneuver we did, self-spinning, but luckily we didn't take anybody else out when we did that.
Alright, man, we're going green. Qualify. I haven't raced these in well over a year.
You'll have to stop for more.
I'm going to go ahead and turn the tires off.
All I've been running, but man, this ain't nothing like what I've been doing in officials.
What's the temp? 120/40. 120/40. 124 track temp now, so it went down a little bit, but still very hot.
5 cars left to grid.
I think it's 4 times time acceleration, so yeah, so it will start going down pretty quick. We're starting right now at 3:30.
Still waiting on 2 cars to grid. Waiting on the final car to grid.
Good luck, guys.
You have 4.
It's not going to be easy though.
For this race. Be smooth
We'll give a
and
good
have
luck
run.
to
Everyone's
everybody.
gridded.
Hopefully have a fun race.
Let's have a good one.
167 laps.
Good luck.
It's the length of an NIS race, so all about being smart, trying to survive till the end. And hopefully this goes better than the other hosted 87 races we've been a part of. And there's a lot of dust all over the track
I already
right
feel like
now.
my tires are flat.
Well, they're flatter than they're going to be in 5-10 laps. That's for sure. Until that heat builds up. It's going to be a long race, though. Haven't done a real long race with these in a long time. Winter NIS, I think, was the last one at Homestead, maybe. I think it was the end of last year I ran that. Could be wrong. And of course, the last time I tried a league, I tried to do these for long races, and it did not turn out well. But hopefully this one will be different as we come to the green here. I don't need to be so far back.
Green, green, green.
Green flag is out.
Inside. Stay high.
Nice and careful into one. We're backing it up here. We got Alan just in front of us.
Clear low, clear low.
Now we're clear. We can go to the inside if we need to, behind Alexander. And they're already wrecking in front of us.
Got one outside.
That's my fault. That is really my fault. I'm sorry.
All clear, all clear. Got one inside.
We check up. It's going to lose us a lot of time here, and somehow we stay green. Luckily, we avoided that. I don't know how they kept it straight down there. They were bouncing.
What's going to be a caution?
Bouncing off each other. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a caution.
I don't hear no bell.
That was crazy. We're live.
I'm surprised that stayed green.
Yeah. That sucks for those 2 or 3 or whoever was in that. I didn't even notice.
But yeah, I was expecting one too, and when it counted, I decided, okay, keep going. So we're just trying to push you through there with your video.
Mark might have been in that. Didn't have time to look at the F3 to see who all it was. Trying to make sure I didn't run into the back of them. Not a great start, but we're still green. It gets us spread out a little bit. We've got a big gap behind us now. Matt in the 2, and then Nick and Shane. And my priority right now is take care of the tires. This first stop, we may not even take tires. We'll just have to see whenever we pit what we're going to want to do. Of course, with the track temp being higher right now, and it's going to be cooler later, we're going to be using the tires more than we will be later. So we might take tires the first stop. I imagine most people will. Depending on when we make that first stop. Nice and smooth into the corner.
Outside.
Jake pushing up there. He might just be letting us go, though.
All clear, all clear.
Try not to overdrive as we enter in a bit shallower angle. We got Sage here just in front of us, and then Alan. Alan survived that first lap contact. Must have been up in front of it. It looked to be right around where he was, I think. Good to get a race here in Old Charlotte, though, for the last time. I can't believe they're getting rid of it. Really unfortunate. We're getting these cars that are coming out that ran in the early to mid 2000s, and they're getting rid of one of the tracks that they have on the service that's actually from that time period.
Stay high. All clear, all clear. Inside.
For seemingly no reason.
Stay high. There's the car on the low side.
I know they say it's because the new lighting engine or whatever, but there's other legacy tracks that they are keeping. You'd think they'd be able to update this one being free content. It always gets a lot of use pretty much every season in a bunch of different series. We get around Sage there on the outside. Oh, Rick pushing up a little bit.
Outside. All clear, all clear. Got one outside.
Oh, we
Still
got
there.
pretty tight there. I entered the corner pretty shallow.
All clear, all clear.
That's okay though. Somebody's on pit road there. That's unfortunate. Probably from the lap 1 deal. We get a big run out of turn 2. We'll look to the inside here on Allen.
Outside.
He gives us plenty of room. As I struggle to get the car to rotate.
Clear high, clear high.
We're underdriving it so much that instead of it being loose, we're plowing, which may end up being decent for us long run, so we're not unable to get off the corner at all. It'll depend on how everyone else treats their tires, because I imagine we could see a lot of people just struggling to hang on, sliding out of the corner. I'm definitely on the right front more right now. At least on corner entry. That puts us up to 6th. Suddenly. Got Zach, Nick Martin, and Warren looking to pass him. He does make the pass. Got a lot of cars packed up behind us, so I don't want to lollygag too much and fall way far back. Feel like we got decent pace though. I don't feel like I'm pushing it very hard at this point, though I am kind of overdriving it. Just a touch.
The leader just did a 34.943.
We're 3 seconds slower than the qualifying speed, which is pretty crazy. We were also 0.3 quicker than the leader there. Just doing some laps, not looking to get into trouble or push too hard and wind up paying for it later. Because we've got some decent speed right now and we're really not pushing, so I'm happy to just continue trying to save a little bit.
All clear, all clear.
Zach lets us by there. We kind of wash up the track a little bit. Every time we go to that inside lane entering turn 3, we kind of wash up a bit. Turn 3 here is always so tough though. Coming around a complete lap 15. We got a long ways left in this thing. Warren getting a little bit slidey there up in the middle lane. Nick Martin's doing really good right now. Hanging on to a 4th place. after qualifying really well. That time we overdrove it. Definitely felt it sliding up that time.
Keep digging.
Oops. Started to get a little bit rotatey on me there. Don't need that to happen too many times or we will start getting into trouble out of the corner. That was a bad corner. Nick Martin looking to pass Warren back for third place. We might just be close enough to get our nose there before he completes the pass.
Outside.
We do.
Stay low, there's a car on the high side.
Are we going to have the run into the corner?
Still there? Hold your line. You're clear high, clear high. You got one outside. Still there.
Well, he's going to hang on to that outside pretty well.
You're clear high, clear high.
Unable to make that stick. We got a pass for the lead up there happening. Daniel,
35.34.
and I think that's Mark, so he must not have been in the earlier contact. That is Mark up front. But he's about to get past, it looks like. I'm feeling pretty stable. Feeling pretty stable, even though we did just get loose there. We are heating up that right rear. And that may come back to bite us. Mark got really loose. Middle of 3 and 4 that time.
That was a really weird braking point for me there. It just slid.
Something happened to him. Now Zach and Sage just behind us. They haven't gone away. That felt weird climbing the hill out of the corner there. Thought about looking to Warren's outside, but I was getting pretty loose, middle of the corner there. That was going to be dangerous up on the outside lane. And we're drifting the car now. Ooh, Nelly. That was terrible.
My bad, 23 was drifting up.
I was sideways throughout the whole length of the corner and never did come back around on me. Oh my gosh, this thing is diabolical loose all of a sudden.
Still there? Hold your line.
I don't know what happened.
Sliding all over
Clear, all
the place.
clear.
It's like a switch went off. I was feeling fine until we got big sideways, middle of the corner, and it just stayed sideways. Oop. Thought he was going to get up into the wall there. I am not feeling comfortable in 3 and 4 right now. It is very, very loose.
5.165.
Good save, Chris.
Mark going up, and he's losing it up
I'm
there.
having a time
Oh
right now,
gosh,
sorry.
Warren just got into him.
Thank you.
Line up single file. Pit road is closed.
Just got a gift.
Whew!
Car by.
Warren just got up in the marbles up there, and it just went around on him, and then came down into Warren. Nowhere for Warren to go.
I'm sorry whoever hit me. I didn't have any control. I was just letting the slide go. Hope that you would have missed it.
I think he got loose into the corner and chased it up the track, and then got into that loose marble stuff,
If anyone heading to the pit to go around.
and then it just spun on him.
Let go.
Switch cars, middle backstretch. If that was you, Warren, I'm really sorry that I collected you there. Like I said, I was sliding, and all I could do was lock on my brakes and just help you guys to avoid.
Yeah, I think my brakes is over.
That
Pit road is
stinks.
now open.
Oh yeah, I got a knee bomb done.
I guess we will take 4 tires. It was
We gotta catch up to the pace car.
very, very loose out there.
Back here.
Yeah, it kept telling me to let the 71 by for some reason.
Yeah, don't worry about that. We can fix that, but
Look at all the dust on pit road. This is a really early time to use a set already, though.
3, 2, 1. Right here.
But I guess we are. 87.77 on that right rear, yeah. I think we want 4 tires. It'll get easier to keep the tires on it later in the race. Warren 91.81, he was doing a really good job. Sage 89.83, he was doing a really great job.
Alright, that's it. Go. Line up single file.
Nick Martin beat us out of here. And so did Sage and Zach. I think most people took 4 by the look of it. I don't think you could... I thought about not taking tires there and saving the set, but I don't think you could have survived. You would have been so much slower, and I don't even know if we could have hung on to it. It was getting so loose. We need to try and do a little bit better tire saving if we can. Looks like we came out in 5th, maybe.
It's the 81 car. Alright, man, we're going green next time. Bye.
Need to catch up, but I don't want to hurt these tires any more than I have to. Unfortunate for Mark and Warren, that was just a bad deal there. We almost lost it in 3 and 4 a couple laps before that happened. And then again in 1 and 2. It was just getting ridiculous. Rear tire was only 225 temp, but it did feel a lot hotter than that.
Past the 8, past the...
Let's see if we can do a little bit better
Get ready.
with the tire saving. Still a long ways to go. Only 28 laps into this thing.
Alright, man. The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag.
Nick Martin did not get a very good start there.
Outside. You're back in 5th. There you go, man. Good job. Stay low. There's a car on the high side. You're clear high. Clear high.
Got to get these tires back up to temp. And get back into tire save mode. If we can help it. Nick Martin's going to get back by us. He's just really fast right now, I think.
Your 4th place.
And we're just running the outside for some reason. I'm pushing really hard right now, I don't know why. Let's just back off. Don't need to be doing that. But he did almost just go up and hit the wall, so I guess we'll look here this time.
Got one outside.
The leader just did a
33.83. Stay low. You're clear high. Clear high.
Puts us P3. Daniel and Sage up battling for the lead now. Time is it in sim? Just now 5. Track temp's gonna be going down pretty quick
You're in third
once the
place.
sun gets behind the horizon. Underneath the horizon, I guess. Makes more sense to say. Here comes Nick, just behind Nick Martin. He's going to the front. We may end up needing to let him go by. I don't want to push any harder than I'm pushing right now. We're already probably not saving enough. Nick running that outside line. No, he's going for the crossover.
Got one inside.
We'll get him by us into 1.
There. Hold your line. Still there. Clear low. Clear low.
No reason to sit side by side any longer than we need to.
Inside.
Here comes the 23 of James. Didn't even see him.
Stay high. There's a car on the low side. Stay high. Clear low. Clear low.
Right, now we should be able to fall in line here. Guess he goes up and hits the wall.
Got one outside.
It's going to get us stacked up a little bit here.
Oh, there's a car on the high side. You're clear high. Clear high. Outside. You're clear high. Clear high.
Okay, now we should be good. Fall in line. I gotta believe these two are going to be falling back to us a little bit. They seem to be pushing really hard.
Yeah, 2 cups of coffee will do that to you.
We'll see. Track temp could be going down enough to where the right rear is not going to light up on them. Seems like they're going hard though. We could be wrong. We'll see how it goes in about 25 laps. At least we're still green. That caution didn't breed an immediate
The leader
caution
just did a
right after it.
33.986.
There's still a lot of traffic behind us too. We haven't really got strung out. But I'm feeling okay. We'll see how we feel 15 laps, if I've done a good job saving the right rear or not. That outside lane that Nick is running could be an attempt to get onto the right front more instead of the right rear, make it tighter, which could actually work out.
Outside. Stay low.
James got a little tight there, middle of the corner.
Still there. All clear, all clear.
We get back clear of them, barely.
Outside. Stay low, there's a car on the high side. Still there. All clear.
Here comes
all
Shane
clear.
just behind us as well. So James fell back a little bit. Is Nick going to fall off a little bit? He seemed to be pushing hard as well, but he's running that outside lane, and he's making speed with it. Is he going to be in good shape with his right rear? I got to think he probably will be. You normally don't want to try and abuse the right rear or the right front, but with it trending towards loose at the end of the run, you kind of want to, just to see if you can balance it a little bit so it's not as loose. Because once these things start sliding, it is very hard to
Sorry, Andrew.
keep them stable.
You're good, brother. Good thing.
With how heavy these things are, you can't do a lot of quick corrections with it. These heavy boats. Nick's showing some good speed right now, though. He went up there and is knocking on the door for second place.
You can go low here,
And we
bud.
got Shane just behind us, and I think his tires that he sent after the pit stop were better than ours. So he could be in good shape for a decent finish.
The leader just did a 34.3.
Got some shadows creeping in as the sun starts setting. We're catching Sage and Nick, but I don't know if we're catching Daniel very much. He's over a second and a half ahead of us still. I think Nick might have just got the wall there. Could have just been netcode. Though he has been hitting walls a little bit more recently. Probably paying too close attention to my races. We are catching up here. Shane's getting a really good run down the backstretch. He's going to be passing us pretty soon, I imagine. He's got a little gap behind him, though, so we could fall back in, and maybe he can open the door up on these two. We have gained 3/10 on Daniel up there as well. But not catching them quite as quickly as these two, as we really overdrive.
Great save there, Daniel. Oh, what a save. What a save.
Daniel must have went for a little slide back there.
I just went up there to let you by, and holy crap, no grip.
Yeah, I think that's what happened to Mark.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Shane might be getting a little loose behind us. I think I saw him wiggle there. Kind of stalled out here, about 3/10 behind Nick. he's going to go back up to that top side. That could get me a little bit closer. Can get a decent run out of the corner, though. I don't have any plans to leave the bottom lane right now. Not yet.
The leader just did a
34.607.
We were a tenth quicker than him. It's going to take us a long time to get to him, though, being only a tenth quicker every lap. But that's fine. We got a long time still. Over 100 laps. Top 4 just maintaining, or top 5 just maintaining right now, though. Billy, I just see him on the F3 there, back in 7th. He could be making his way towards the front.
One outside. Stay low, there's a car on the high side.
Nick may be getting tight middle of the corner there. Now he just backs off.
All clear, all clear.
I'm going to try and clear him without getting too tight and waiting on throttle forever. Shane's going to get by him as well. Puts us back to 3rd.
You're back in 3rd. Good job, man.
Starting to pull away from Shane just a little bit, I think, maybe. We've maintained pretty much the exact same distance between me, Daniel, and Sage for the top 3 here. Definitely feels like track temp has gone down. It's not nearly as slidey as it was in the first run. We do another 44 laps on the tank. We could probably only do one more stop. Well, we might need 2 more. Nick gets back around Shane. Shane has started falling just a little bit. Get to where I enter the corner too shallow and then I wash up half a lane, and that's just not doing any favors to the tires. And it's killing my run in the middle of the corner as well.
Did a 34.666.
That was the first time I'd felt it step out on me a little bit, and I think that was because I grabbed the white line just slightly. But we need to be a little bit careful there. Got some smoke out of turn 4, some tire tracks through the grass, but don't see anything. Bryce is up ahead. First car, or last car on the tail end of the lead lap. 7-something seconds ahead. Oh, we're starting to get loose again. We need to back it down. Corner exit, or it's going to get even worse on us. Nick and Shane still battling it out side by side. Alexander's on pit road.
Unhappy tires.
With the way the car's feeling and trending towards loose and getting harder to hang on to, which I think still will be the case in this run, it probably just will happen
You're pulling away from the car behind.
in more laps. It won't be as quick.
1.2 seconds.
I think we want to run the fuel as long as we can and stay out as long as possible, because if we pit and then a caution comes out and we get trapped a lap down, there's just no coming back from that. We have to do everything we can to stay on the lead lap. Plus, going long with these cars is usually the call anyway, because the tires fall off so fast and then just kind of equalize. So the longer you can run on lower fuel, the faster you'll be. Typically how it goes. We've really pulled away from that pack behind us. I think Nick and Shane are still side by side in front of that group. We'll see how that all gets sorted out. Daniel up there leading this thing at the moment, doing really well. Sage is doing really well as well. We've caught him just a couple tenths the last 10 or so laps, but he's been maintaining pretty well the same distance in front of us. Oh. Got into the corner a little hot that time. I felt the rear end start to act like it wanted to swing out wide. Don't want to do that too many times. This could be very interesting if we go through a green flag pit cycle where everybody's going to end up. So us three have one heck of a lead on that group behind us now, as they're battling side by side still. I think this time it's Nick Martin. No, Nick Martin might have got clear to Nick and Shane. But I think Nick and Shane are still side by side. Can't tell. They might be single file now. Sage got a little push out of the corner. That's going to send him wide, give us a run underneath him. I don't know if we'll be able to make it stick. Oh, he's just going to give it to us.
All clear.
So we don't lose any time to that group behind us. That's a good idea. And if my car starts getting loose again, he could get back around us in a hurry. But him backing off right there does two things in saving us time. We don't lose any time to Daniel up ahead. We're still 1.3, and we don't lose any time to the people behind us, Nick Martin and Nick and Shane. They stay the same distance away. So backing off like that in a long race like this,
Give it up to him.
and just giving up the spot is often a very good idea. And if you don't fight for it, you know, it's very likely you'll get the tires back underneath you and come back. You know you've got speed. You can make that pass again later with how many laps are left. Plenty of time. But a lot of times you see in officials, everyone fights for every single position, no matter what the situation is, and it ends up costing you more at the end. But nothing wrong with that, nothing against that. It's just a different way to do things, and I think understanding the situation and conserving the car when you can and doing the best you can not to lose time get you better results at the end of the race. Typically, if you get a lot of green flag racing. If it's a caution fest, then, and there's a caution like every 2 laps, then there's no reason to try and ever give up a spot. But those are usually not fun races anyway. Bryce has gone a lap down. Daniel just gets past him as it's starting to get really dark out here. I think it's just behind a cloud right now. We're 6 o'clock, almost 6:30. I don't imagine. Oh, there's a little loose moment. I imagine sunset is probably 7:15. Maybe closer to 7:30, 7:45. I don't know what time of year he put it on. Probably May or June. I don't have any way to see out of this box. Got some more smoke. Somebody spin onto pit road. That might be Rick. He was up front early. That's unfortunate for him. Must have had some issue.
The leader just did a 34.854.
So he'll be taking his pit stop early here. Got some more smoke in 1 and 2. Bryce just giving us the spot.
Nice miss, Daniel. Sorry, bud.
Still there.
Not the spot, but just letting us go by
That's all
since
good.
he's a lap down
I just
anyway.
need a new change of underwear though.
He's pitting there. That's why he wanted us to go on his outside. That's fine. We'll run the outside for a corner there.
Were you able to save that?
It's about the same speed anyway.
Yeah, I got a little bit of damage. Tapped the wall, but came down the pit road, so.
Okay, starting to get loose now again. We could end up getting a yellow. If anybody else is having loose problems. Some more smoke out of 4. That might have just been Bryce locking him up, trying to get to pit road last lap. He's decided he needs tires, I think. Daniel's kind of just staying away from us, pulling away a little bit each lap, sometimes losing a little bit. He's got a really good lead right now. Got Greg and Daniel Sheld in the 09 ahead of the leader on the tail end of the lead lap. We've got a big gap behind us again. Sage has fallen off some. I don't know where I'm going with this corner. That wasn't any good. Watch that white line. More smoke out of turn 4. People could be getting loose, chasing up the track, and then grabbing that wall.
All right, Rick, going low this time. Hold on to it. Well, I guess I'll go around you out here. Thank you.
Yeah, that was much smoother.
See if we can get a couple decent laps under us here. We've had a couple bad ones. More smoke. Might have been from the same incident. It might have been another one. 95 laps to go. We got another 25 on fuel. So that would take us to 70 laps to go. I don't know if we can do 70 on the tank, honestly. Not sure that's possible, so I think it might be another 2-stopper unless we get a yellow. I mean, that could change things. I love doing longer races with these, though. They provide so much strategy and tire management. You just got to manage your way through the race. It's not always about hot lapping, which is why I really love these cars, and why I really wish a season of doing these long races would have worked, because I think the races would have been a lot of fun. Could have made for some good, fun races with everybody, but unfortunately it did not work at all and had to be completely abandoned. But right now we're having fun with this race, and we're having fun with the Xfinity races I've been doing. Whoa, we're getting loose. Greg's getting loose. Greg's getting loose. That's scary. He kept it straight though, he didn't overcorrect it.
14 pitting, 14 pitting.
And he's decided he needs tires. And I think he might be right. We're gonna go until the tank is basically empty. Just in case there is a yellow, I do not want to be trapped a lap down. We'll see when Daniel decides to pit. I think he races the 87s a lot. I could be wrong, but he might know the situation. We're going longer is usually better. But we will see how it all plays out. It may not matter what he does with how big of a lead he's got right now. We've started falling off some. Sage is getting back to us. We're going to have to be really careful when we get to pit road, slowing down, that we don't get sideways, trying to get it down onto the apron. That could be dangerous. More smoke, more smoke. Somebody's spinning up ahead. He's down on the apron. That's Daniel. Keep seeing the remnants of crashes out of turn 4, but haven't seen a car really sideways yet, and haven't had a caution.
I see a smoke.
It looked like a wreck was happening right in front of us, but just Daniel sitting on the end or the apron there. No caution, no one. He didn't look like he had wrecked, but I guess he had gotten sideways.
That was me. I went high to let somebody go by and just rotated and would not stop.
Yeah.
I even went in slow this time.
I think that outside lane is fairly dangerous, the way it's sounding and looking.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, and then I spun the tires and then I sucked.
We got big loose into 3 and 4 that last lap. Sent us up the track, but luckily we were able to hang on to it. P18 just set the fastest lap. Must be people pitting.
I had it saved until it came down and caught the left front on the apron and then shot right back to the right.
Yeah, the tire tracks, skid marks on the track looked like he took a really hard hit to the outside wall coming back. Unfortunately. Nick Martin catching us still back there. He's running a really, really good race.
The car in P18 just set the fastest lap.
Wonder know who is in 18th right now, setting fastest laps of the race.
Boy, that outside's no bueno.
We're seeing smoke out of turn 4 every time. There's a bumper laying down in the infield. We've just got to stay out as long as we can, because I think we're pretty likely to get a yellow soon. The way this is looking, it's like every lap there's something new. Smoke, skid marks, pieces of a car. We got somebody down here rolling the apron. Might be smoking. That's Christopher. I think that could just be dust he's kicking up. He doesn't look like he's got engine trouble, but he's going a lap down, going on a pit road now. Christopher's always very fast, so that's unfortunate there for him. Allen in 15th ahead of the leader. As more people do pit stops, Christopher must have had damage. Unfortunate. Time on the race, we got another hour and 10 minutes left. And we're on track to finish in plenty of time, so that's good. I think we've done a better job at saving tires this time. We're not quicker than Daniel up there, but we're not spinning out either like we were at the end of the last run. The last run was only like 28 laps or something. It's really hard to tell what the car's doing in 3 and 4 though. With that glare from the sun, you can't see the track and you can't tell if you're getting sideways or not.
The leader just did a 34.554.
We're a little bit slower right now than Daniel as we're getting sideways again. Sage and Nick Martin behind us are faster than us, I think. It's just going to take them a bit to get up here, but I definitely think they are quicker. It might have been more smoke in 3 and 4.
Alright, we're halfway to the finish.
Just now to halfway. We can do another 12 laps on this fuel tank. So we're basically going to pit in 11 laps, take 4 tires, and fill the car up. And I don't believe we'll be able to make it to the end from there. I should turn off auto fuel and make sure it's getting filled up all the way though. More smoke. 3 and 4, somebody else has spun it. Or slid down to the pits. Make sure we don't spin out trying to mess with the black boxes.
Don't do that.
Okay. I thought 22 was full. Just wanted to make sure. Oh, started getting loose that time. I tried to get on throttle a little bit harder, and that did not work. Wanted to see if we were missing some speed. Maybe there was more grip than we thought, but no, I just think they have saved their tires better behind us than we have. This has been a great long run, though. Great long run. I wonder when Daniel's going to pit. He must be taking it to the end, just like we are. That time I got out of the corner pretty well. Maybe we can run a little bit higher, but not too high because that's where the dust is and people losing the car every lap. Maybe we don't even mess with it. I don't know if I want to test how the car feels out there on such old tires when we're already kind of on edge. Let's just baby it into the corner. Try not to get squirrely. Get ready for this pit stop. We got Bryce, who's on new tires. I think maybe, or maybe he's just a lap down. He's back behind Nick Martin.
We just did a 34.728.
It's starting to get squirrely. We're definitely going to be wanting those new tires. But luckily, we don't have much longer before we get them. But we got to survive until that point. Nick Martin has passed Sage. He'll be coming up here to pass us probably pretty quick. I don't think there's anything we can do to stop it. He is flying.
Got about 5 laps.
5 laps left on fuel. I think we'll get him past us, and then we'll start thinking about pitting.
Got one inside. Stay high.
We're going to have to get both of them past this probably.
Stay high. There's a car on the low side.
Make sure I don't spin out.
Stay high. Clear low, clear low. Got one inside. All clear, all clear.
That's fine there. That way we should have a good enough gap that we don't have to announce when our pit stop is. We'll be pitting pretty soon though. A couple more laps. Ooh, Nick Martin got up close to the wall there. Here comes Greg and Bryce. They must be on new tires. Let's just get them by us. Maybe. Greg might be pitting. He went low there on entry.
More pitting in.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Got one inside. All clear, all clear.
Looks like we're going to have to announce our pit stop anyway.
Inside.
Oh, this is where the dust is.
Inside. All clear, all clear.
Can we go another lap?
The car behind is pitting. The leader just did a
34.77.
I think we need to pit this time. We're pitting this time.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
I'm going to pit.
Don't forget to pit this lap for more fuel.
Got one outside. That car is a lap down.
Oh, it's
Stay low.
loose.
You're clear high, clear high.
We cannot make it another lap. I wish I could have.
Pitting in right here.
It didn't quite make it. Not too bad getting... Oh, 37 from Jake. Wow. Not too bad getting on pit road there.
5, 3, 2.
Car 81.
Has taken the lead. 1.
71-44. So not quite as bad as Jake, but pretty bad. Pretty worn on that right rear. Oh man, it's going to be close. We might be able to make it from here if it stays green.
The leader is pitting now.
That would be
That's it, go.
pretty crazy. Let's not get an unsafe pit exit this time like we did in practice. Sage is going by us. Looks like Shane's going to go by us.
17 car pitting this time.
Outside. All clear,
Shane
all
gets the
clear.
leapfrog. We come out back ahead of Billy. Oh, the new tires feel really good.
All clear, all clear.
Daniel
Leader is pitting now.
comes up, or comes out of the pits pretty much right where he was in front of us. So that's good. Need to get settled back in, remember how to drive new tires. The right rear shouldn't be hurting as bad at the end of this run. with the track being, I think, a lot cooler.
The car in
P15 just set the fastest lap. 32.466.
the car behind is closing on you. The gap is
1.6.
Billy has caught up a little bit.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
All right, man.
We just did our fastest lap of the
Good
race.
job, man.
Watch the wall. That was close. Might be able to take a look underneath Shane entering one.
Outside.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
Stay low. You're back and forth. You're clear high. Clear high.
Make that pass. He makes it easy on us. And I think, yep, that's the lead right up there. Daniel still got it. 0.8 ahead, but he's probably going to be better at the end, like he was that long run we just did. .71.44, 71 on the right front is not terrible, but the temp was really high, 2:45.
Third.
Allen up ahead of Daniel. We might see if we can get up here and go towards the front.
Outside. Still there? Hold your line. Good job. The next car is the leader. You're clear high. Clear high.
The leader just did a
33.69.
Car feels pretty good. I don't feel like I'm overdriving it really. We might be though. I'm trying to keep it stable. Don't get it loose. I don't think we've got anything for Daniel, but we'll see.
You're back in second.
We will see. He might lose a little time getting around lap cars, but then we'll have to get around the same lap cars. Oh, Greg up there is going high. Diving it to pit road from the outside. Luckily, we hadn't caught him quite yet.
Got one outside.
We lost a bit of time there on entry,
All clear, all clear.
but we're not there to make a move yet. Ooh. Had we not had to lift there, we might have been able to get underneath him on exit. We just timed that wrong. Just timed it a little bit wrong. We got a really good run there.
Got one outside. Stay low. You're clear high. Clear high.
He's just going to back off for us. And we're going to see if we can keep it. We can for now, but are they going to come flying by us in 30 laps? Probably.
You are the leader.
If I had to guess. They've been better at the end of the long run since the beginning. And we also cannot make it on fuel at the moment. Maybe that's what they're doing, is saving a little bit. Yeah, we're a lap short right now. But maybe we can save a lap later if we need to. I can try lifting a little bit earlier, but I can't really back off at the moment. They're not really backing off like they're trying to save any So I don't think they're thinking about that. But I think the likelihood that we go green to the end is probably fairly low. What were our lefts at the end of that run? 81.71. Just thinking maybe if we get a late yellow, taking 2 would be okay, but I don't know with those percentages. Oftentimes, though, it doesn't really even matter, the percentages. Now we're about 3 laps short. We might start saving later if we think this might stay green, but I don't know.
Stay low. Still there. You're clear high, clear high.
The speeds are picking up though as the track temp gets cooler. That's going to make our fuel mileage worse, so I don't know if anybody's going to be able to make it without really slowing down. We'll just have to see. If we get a yellow at any time now, though, I think we pit, take our tires, and just top it off, so we're good to the end. Daniel's right here, though. I think he's still a little bit faster than us. He's not going away. He's backing up turn 1 a little bit sooner, which I think is a good thing for him. What are we going to do about fuel, though? We're 2 laps short. Exactly 2 laps. That stinks that we didn't. Should have tried to save a little bit last run and see if we could squeeze an extra lap out of it, but who knows what position we would have been trying to do that. I think long run, though, we're not going to be the quickest, so we lose the lead. I think we go into save mode and see if we can make it to the end if this stays green. We'll start lifting earlier, maybe try clutching it. That could maybe get us to the end. We got a ways before we need to make that decision, though. But something to be thinking about early so we are prepared for it and don't get caught off guard and end up running out of fuel. We got a decent run through the corner that time. We got tight center of 3 and 4. That's not good. That was a bad corner. That was a bad corner there. Just can't get away from him. He's putting the pressure on. He's not going to be going away. I don't think. He had a really good 3 and 4 that time. Lights just came on. The track surface now looks very flat. and weird looking. He's going to be taking back the lead pretty quick, I think. Unless he's just waiting behind us to save fuel. Like lifting a little bit on the straights. He could have taken a couple of these runs, I think. So maybe we should relinquish the lead. Do we want to do that? I don't know.
Go ahead, Alan.
I don't think we want to be doing that quite yet.
I got wheel damage when I hit the wall a while ago.
Oh, that's unfortunate for Shane. Let's start trying to lift a little earlier for the corners, see if we gain a little bit doing that. That probably will lose us the lead, though. Or maybe it'll make us quicker. We don't feel quicker. I don't feel quicker. But we've gained a 10th. We've somehow gained a 10th. Can we get this thing to the end? I don't think so. Not unless we go into big time saving. Let's try lifting a little bit earlier even. Even earlier. How's this gonna look? Fuel wise, let's do this for a handful of laps. I don't know. If we get far enough ahead of them, we could try clutching it. I wonder if he's starting to save, that's why he's falling back. Still exactly like 2 laps short. A little worse than 2 laps now. Oh, what are we gonna do?
Okay.
Lose the lead like this, and that'll get us into save mode. By overdriving the corner. I think he must be trying to save now. I think he doesn't want us to, or doesn't want to pass us so he can save even more. To maybe get us to drive harder than we should be and not be able to make it. That must be what's going on. I feel like he could be going a lot faster than he was not very long ago. We need to start this now though, because I don't think we'll be able to make it if we wait too long. think lap times wise we're just about the same as we were, so that's not bad. We're a little bit better on fuel now. We're not going to hold this lead forever, though, doing this. There's no way. There's no way. I don't think there can possibly be a way that we keep the lead like this. Unless both of them behind us are also doing this. But it would be really stupid for us to go out here and lead this thing and be in the lead for the last 40 laps and then run out of fuel, so we really need to make sure we can make it.
Have a slow car on the bottom.
Somebody spun into the grass. That is Daniel. Shell, unfortunate there for him. Don't need to spike the RPMs like that. That's not a good way to save. We just about can make it now. I gotta believe he's just waiting. He's right on our bumper. He hasn't left it. We're clutching it. That was a bad corner entry.
Just longer than my attention span.
That was a bad corner. We're alright. How is this going to play out? I do not know yet. I do not know. Is someone at the middle of the pack saving even more and going to be able to charge up to the front while we're being so slow up here? Possibly. The thing is, our lap times are basically the same, I think. We got loose that time. Haven't done that yet this run. We are good on fuel at the moment. Let's keep saving for a little bit though. See if we can build a little bit of a buffer so we can don't have to do this at the end.
Guys are making our video more interesting.
Is he talking to me? I don't know. I didn't catch the first thing he said. Daniel out of the race, unfortunate there. He definitely is just waiting on us though, behind us. He's definitely just waiting on us. Let's not clutch this lap, see what we do. For a lap time where we're doing 33 or 34 threes and 34 twos while clutching. Can we make it to the end if we just go now? I seriously don't think we're even faster, or any faster at all, not clutching it.
Alright, man, that car is a lap down.
Pushing up, nearly into the wall. Now he's going for it.
Got one inside. Stay high. Clear low, clear low.
Now I'm going to use this opportunity to save a little bit more fuel. They'll probably just drive away from us now. Yeah, he was just waiting behind us that whole time. Probably to make sure we didn't save as much fuel.
The next car is the leader.
The leader just did a
34.153.
Back your shaft.
Got one outside.
Thanks,
Stay
Greg.
low, there's a car on the high side.
By letting us
All
lead,
clear, all clear.
he saves his tires and saves
no
fuel
problem.
and is going to be unbeatable here in the final run. So, no hope for us, I don't think, unless we get a yellow. But even then, I don't think our short run speed is better than his. Yeah, our lap times are identical, not clutching, so let's go ahead and clutch some more. Because we're a little bit short again. Well, if we keep having corners like that, we're not going to be just as quick. I am not able to hit the bottom anymore. That's not good. We just need to get Sage by us.
Got one inside. Still there.
He also might be clutching it.
Stay high. Clear low, clear low.
But Daniel, I'm sure, can just make it to the end. Doesn't have to clutch or go any slower than he's already going. He's already got the field beat pretty much on speed, so he was just waiting behind us so he could save while we use up our tires, trying to hold him off. So it's going to work out perfect for him. And not for me. But we got to lead some laps, and that was fun. And our tires are going to be completely ruined by the end anyway, so there was no way we were going to win this. No way. And now we're saying we're short on fuel again. By like 0.3 or 0.2 gallons, or laps. We might lose more spots. Billy's 5 seconds back. We're starting to get slower, it feels like. I'm getting loose middle of the corner.
The leader just
did a 34.
Yeah, he can run 34.2s, and we do not have that ability anymore. Unfortunate. I should have tried staying behind him and saving for a while, instead of just going for the front immediately. But I didn't think I'd be able to get to the front, really. He had such a huge lead in the second run. We have no tires left. We just gotta hang on for these last 23 laps. We've got nothing left though. We may not even make it on fuel. I think we'll be able to coast across the line at our current pace. And we're keeping Billy at bay back there at the moment anyway. But as I expected, nothing for Daniel. Sage has run an excellent race as well. He's been in contention this whole time. He is not far behind Daniel. He may be able to get a run at it before this thing's over. I'm going to have to let Chad go by here.
All clear, all clear.
As we're starting to get a bit loose. Nick Martin's still in the top 5. He's had an awesome race this time as well. Oh, Nelly. Jabbed the brakes a little bit too hard there and jumped a little bit sideways.
More laps.
20 to go. I think Daniel pitted a lap later than we did as well, so I don't. He may not have even had to save fuel. He probably was just saving his tires. Because when you can just jump out to a lead at any time, you might as well save your stuff. And then you can jump out to a bigger lead.
Thank you.
We were kind of all over the place, just trying to hang on. Just trying to get it to the end. Billy's catching us, but I don't think, as long as we don't spin out, I don't think it's going to be quick enough to get to us.
The leader just did a 34.
Barring a really bad last few laps.
Inside.
We need to let Alan go, though.
Still there.
Hopefully.
All clear, all clear.
Because we did lose 2/10 there.
Inside. Stay high. Clear low, clear low.
Hopefully he'll go so we don't get slowed up. I don't have time to just wait behind him. Billy's not that far back.
Still there. Hold your line. All clear, all clear.
He is quicker right now. Okay, hopefully he'll go now. Should be good. We did lose a little bit there, but we're alright. We gained it back down the straightaway somehow. We're good on fuel at the moment. Let's keep it that way. Might as well keep doing this because we're not any slower than what we would be normally running. We've been running pretty much the exact same lap times the last 55 laps. Keeping Billy behind us, no problem. Another reason to run the bottom is shorter way around the racetrack, so you don't use as much fuel, though we just dumped the clutch there and it jumped sideways. Let's not do that again. We lost another 4/10, but we had built the lead back up a little bit, so we didn't... Not in too bad shape still. But absolutely no hope at all of being able to beat Daniel. Like, he's almost 4 seconds ahead of us up now. And I knew when we got past him and he just never left our bumper that he was probably just toying with us so that he could save his stuff while I burned mine up. And it worked out perfect for him. Sage has not been able to keep up very much here. But I am going to be really happy if we can hang on to a P3 after this long old race. Final race at Legacy Charlotte. For some reason, shouldn't have to be our final race here, but they're removing it. Couldn't tell you why, but they are. Let's just do normal laps now. I think we're good. And I am close to losing it a couple times on dumping the clutch, so... Getting into nighttime here. It's almost 10 o'clock. What time did this race start? Probably... Can't remember what was the first time I said. 5, maybe?
We have 10 to go this time by.
And we're getting down to the last 10. No yellows in sight. Billy is within 4 seconds, but as long as we don't lose it, he's only in for 4 seconds, or a second. As long as we don't lose it, we should be alright.
Got it.
A little high that time, but we're fine. No problem. Just trying to get it home. Get it to the end. No pressure behind us. We got nothing in front of us. Sage is not able to keep up with Daniel either. It's his race to lose up there. And I think he's going to hang on no problem. Let's take a look at the lineup behind us. See what everybody's doing. See if Nick Martin's still in 5th. No. Matthias is taking 5th. He's looking to close out a really good run. He normally has really bad luck in Nick's races. Great job to him. Nick is in 7th, just behind Nick Martin. Jake in 8th, Alexander in the 17 car in 9th, and then Dan rounding out the top 10. And I think there's only 11 or 12 people on the lead lap. I guess we can take a look at that.
The leader just did a 30.
There's 12 people on the lead lap. When you get a long, long green run and a green flag pit stop, that tends to happen. Get a lot of people that get lapped. Since there's no chance for the field to get bunched back together on a restart. No green, white checkers for this series either. They did not have those in the 80s. So if a caution comes out, pretty much any time, that probably just ends the race.
5 laps to go.
We're in a podium position.
That would be a bad way for Daniel to lose it anyway. He's dominated this thing pretty much since the one caution we had.
We've got about 5 laps.
5 laps on fuel, we're good. We can make it. We can coast out of turn 4 if we need to. We got a big enough gap behind us. Coming around to get 4 to go. And we've got 4.5 laps left, so in fuel. So we should be alright. And it looks like everybody else is going to be able to make it as well. Not sure if anybody was looking at that. I know some people pitted before we did. We weren't the first people to pit. So there's got to be some people that were closer, maybe have just been saving more with their corner entries every lap. We've been overdriving entry pretty much the whole time, and that is not a good way to save fuel or tires. Of course, we run out of fuel too early. Billy could get up and pass us, but I think we're going to be able to make it across the line.
Two laps to go.
2 to go for this 250-mile race. It was a long one. We got 22 minutes left in the session. We're gonna get done in time.
We have about 2 laps of fuel left.
We had a handful more cautions we wouldn't have, but thankfully this was a very, very clean race. Awesome to see that. You never know what you're gonna get hosting with these cars, and most of the time they have not been good, but this was a good one.
White flag.
Coming around to get the white flag. No more yellows. We only had one, I think. And then we had a green flag pit stop. So that's awesome. That was a long and
We have about 1 lap of fuel left.
enduring race. Took a lot of effort to get through that. I'm worn out. But I'm happy with the P3.
Good win, Daniel, first race.
I am very happy with that. Get a podium.
GG, everyone.
Great stuff. Nobody could beat Daniel. He dominated. Mark, had he not spun, maybe could have given him a run. But he was just quicker, and he saved tires better. Didn't have to worry as much about fuel, and just beat us. And Sage beat us as well. Great run to both of them. I've got 0.1 gallon of fuel left. .1 gallons. We timed that just perfect. Ooh, that was a long one. That was a long one. That was a lot of fun, though. That is what I love about these cars, having these long green races where you can work the strategy, take care of the car, and do your best
All right, man. That's it. The race
to
is
try and
over.
be as quick as
3,
you can
2,
while not
1.
abusing your car.
Right here.
That is pretty cool. I think the car is just now the car is just now sputtering, like it can't stay on anymore. That's crazy. 67.43. we used up the right front more because we were pushing harder at the beginning of that run, staying up front, trying to lead, and that's what happens. But it wound up good for us. Got a 3rd place. Barely made it on fuel. So I'm glad I did those clutching moments. Had we not done that, then we could have been in really rough shape. So let's take a look at the incidents, if there was any. Well, we know there was some. Saw a whole bunch of smoke out of turn 4 during that long run, that first long run. Make sure the recording's alright. It is fine. First up, they just get stacked up there. That was Billy getting contact, and he winds up coming back. So this is Rick. Does he just get loose, I think? Oh, he was going to go to the inside, and he had to check up a little bit because Zach was coming in, and then Billy had to check up a little bit because Rick was coming in, and they just kind of get all stacked together. Christopher gets into the back of Billy, who gets into the back of Rick just a little bit, and that gets them both sideways. And then the 26 car, Alexander, he gets into the back. Unfortunate there. He just barely touched it and like broke the front end of his car and nearly spun him out. But they keep it green. And we just had to slow down and get through that while that all happened. That happened right in front of us, so I'm just slowing down, hitting the brakes, because I really don't have any room to go up high with that outside line, but we finally snuck around. And then leaving pit road, William. Oh, that's a rough way to end the race for him. I don't think that brought out a yellow, though. This is the yellow. Mark getting up into the loose stuff, just slides down, and then Warren, nowhere to go. And we just had to shoot the middle there. Unfortunate. That's a hard hit to his driver's side. Oh, and then Rick gets tapped, but doesn't look like he hits anything. Just ruins a set of tires, which he was probably going to change anyway. I think we all took tires here. And then James, once he gets past us, that's when he grabbed the wall. We were able to get back around him. And then a little wall tap there. That's into the grass. We saw some tire tracks down there. Four car, Andrew, he's going to grab the wall. Oh, he's going to get stuck to it. Luckily, he pulled that off before he got to the dog leg, because that could have destroyed the right front. Oh, and then Rick gets up into the marbles, and that spins his car out. That's unfortunate. Got a lot of rear end damage backing it up into the wall. But it looks like he gets back going. Lap 68, Greg. Nothing happening. Maybe these are tire calls. Oh, somebody up there is losing it. Into the grass, and that gets Andrew a little wall tap there. And then this is Daniel. Oh, he takes a big hit to the front end. He was getting loose. I think a lot of people on the end of this long run that was still in the day were starting to get loose. I was getting loose at the end of the race. Just had to back it way down. And then Christopher, he gets loose up into the wall. That ruins or ends his race early. And then Billy, I guess, getting tire readings. Nick getting a tire call. We never got a call about tire wear. Must be because we were down on our right rear. I don't know if it calls the tire for the right rear. I think it only does the right front for some reason. But we were on the right rear the whole race. Shane a little bit loose there, but keeping it straight. I don't think there was anything else until the pit stops, maybe. Of course, we pit around halfway, didn't we? Is this my tire call? This is just after I pit. No, it's before we pit. Yeah, it's 8 laps before we pit. I bet this is the right rear going down, or like getting worn, but we didn't get a spotter call for that. Did anything happen here? No. There may not have been anything else. Just some wall taps, probably. That appears to be it. And this was right before we pit, I think. Well, let's just cycle through this. We got half the race left. Jump to lap 107. Matt up into the gravel area and loose stuff and gets up into the wall. Shane's gonna grab the wall. Sounds like whoever was behind him grabbed it as well. Oh, and Daniel again. He's back out. Oh, and he spins up. Head on into the wall again. Was there a fast repair? Because he just did that earlier and his car looks completely clean. I don't think there was. Oh, and Shane losing it up into the loose stuff. Keeps it going straight though. He was in 4th place, lap 129. Had another 40 laps to go after that. It looks like he pits before the end. That's unfortunate for him. He maybe couldn't have made it on fuel anyway. Oh man. Matt getting loose and just straight up into the wall. Destroys his car. Is this my right rear going away again? Probably. Lap 160. Billy sounds like he's clutching it. Yeah, you can tell when it jumps back into gear. He's jumped sideways a little bit. Loves to kick sideways when you clutch or dump the clutch. We weren't the only ones out here trying to make it to the end. But I thought there might be more people that pit. Or had to pit. But there were not. And I don't think there's anything else on the 2 to go here. Gonna be interesting to see Nick and what he did for strategy, how he ran the race. I wouldn't imagine he'd try clutching it. And that's the end. Great run to everybody. Awesome win to Daniel. He dominated this thing. And that's the end of Charlotte 2008 from me. Could be more people racing it before it officially gets retired and deleted, but that's the last time I'm going to be on the track. Sad to see it go. I mean, this thing has been on the service forever, and I can't believe that it's going away completely. That's kind of messed up. But I remember the first Coke 600 I ran here on this version of the track. It was like the first year I'd been on iRacing, and I was just trying to hang on. I lasted like 230 something laps and then ended up spinning out on the backstretch and getting wrecked and decided to call it quits from there. But a lot of good memories from this track. A lot of good fun races I had back in the COT era and Gen 6. And ARCA was always tough here, but I enjoyed it. And it stinks that we're not going to have it anymore. I know there's new Charlotte and it's basically the same configuration, but it's not the exact same. I mean, I don't think there's any reason to delete old scan data that's free and everybody can use, and it just gives us another option, another graphics package to look at, and something that's more era correct for some of the older cars that we're going to have on the service. We got the 87s, and we're going to get ready to have the 03 Cup cars. And 2008 is not that much different than 2003, so it stinks, but it is what it is. But that was a great way to send it off, and look forward to future races. Hopefully we have some more good ones, and hopefully this turns out to be the defining moment of the track. So it was fun.